Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Bit echo there. Turn that down. Good evening. Hello Ozzo. Hello Curly. So I'm CDR Elite Hound, aka Stephen. I will be doing the comms tonight as a late minute change. Normally on race. So we're doing Monza on F2, which should be exciting. So we're just waiting for everyone to sort it out. If someone can update me on the weather, that'd be fantastic. I've got to remember to grab my control actually, that would be handy. Control to hand. Any audio problems, let me know and I'll see what I can sort out. And we're just waiting for everyone to select their setups, check the weather, the usual. I've done a bit of practice around here. A bit different to the F2 cars around here. The F1 cars, sorry. It's rain during the sprint race. Thank you, Mechanical. So that should be interesting because it's slippery enough on this track, especially coming out of some of the slow corners. As you hit the brakes for the very slow corners, trim, struggling to hear me. Okay, so really can't hear you much. Turn now. Right. Okay, just a couple of let's do it now. Just capturing the race directors a second, just so you know where everyone is. And then I will go to our settings and change the mic settings. Audio settings, right. Master volume down. Right, I've turned down the game volume. If anyone can let me know how that's sounding at the moment, or when the cars start going around the course. So someone said there's rain during the sprint. It's looking pretty sunny at the moment, so I'm assuming the rain's going to come near the end of the sprint rather than the beginning. So we're just waiting for people to finalise their strategies and stuff like that. Who's on comms? Elite Hound. Rain after 15 minutes, thank you. Might need to turn down a touch more. This guy's super loud. Okay, I'm on that now while that's doing that. La la la. This is where we go the wrong way and I'll turn everything else down. Right, I'll turn it down a little bit more so we'll see how that goes. Do apologise about this. As I said, not prepared for this at all. Really not. So we are ready for the formation lap, and here we go. A bit slow start on some of the formation laps there. So, go from the back, we've got Wickham, King Luckman, Kieran, then we've got Scotty, Ozzo, Curly, Ronan Soares, and then your top 10 is Cameron Porter, JJ Trim, which is JJ Lasso, CDR, No Fandangle, Harry, Scotty, Matey Boy, Mechanical, Kane Lowry, Cole Trim, and Nerf Pack. And of course, the top 10 is reversed. So, in the feature, that's all going to switch around. So, Cameron Porter has got pole. So, we'll see how this all starts. Everyone's going to be warming up the tyres, getting ready. Mr. Hounds, yep, that's me. Thank you, Hamster. I'm trying my best. I'm a bit nervous, to be fair. I don't normally do comms. I don't like my voice, so I try to hide it. So let's get the spectator menu on. It's better do that. So everyone's gonna start on the medium, which is from what I've done in practice, it's an okay tyre around here. I mean, it's not, yeah, the softs are always better, they've got more grip, but the mediums doesn't seem to have a lot of wear that keeps the grip up even when it's near the end of life. So should be some good pace there. Depends on tyre pressures and people's setup. I mean, if they haven't done that too much, then they might lose grip at the rear, or the left tyre gets punished around here as well. So it depends which way they've gone with the balance. So we've got the first lot lined up, a little bit of a gap there to the next lot. We are going to sit on board with Kane Lowry in third. So they're all coming back on the pits now. Picking their pits. Not pits, start grid, sorry. That's not a good view there. Okay, so I don't want that view. Hang on. Yeah, I'm going to stay on board with Kane Lowry. Hopefully it'll change in a second. If not, I'll change it. So, we're getting ready. Can't see no lights. And we're off. So, the clean start there. Mechanical's making a move already, going up into third. Kane Lowry's dropping down. I don't know if he's had contact with no, bit of a slow start, that's fine. So, it looks like they come into the first corner. Oh, there's a bit of wing flying. Kane Lowry's hit the back of Cameron Porter, and I wonder whose wing that was. There's a bit of wing damage there. Anyone dropping down? Yes, JJ Lasse's dropping down. So I'm assuming he had a bit of contact there. Ronan Soares trying to make a move. A bit tight going in here, too wide. Kieran's making moves. Oh, so that's Harry going a bit wide there, and we have a yellow flag, sector 2. So that was, yes, it's a very slow King Luckman, and yes, he's got right plate end plate damage in his wing. So is he going to stay out? I mean, The problem here is if you pit is you use your tyres for your sprint race, for your feature race, so that just leaves you in the back foot. Kane Lowry's still dropping down the field there. I'm assuming he's got some sort of damage as well. Kieran trying to make a move with JJ. Man Harry's right in the back of Ronan Swords. Look how nose and tail there. Look, he falls out, goes good on the inside, going into turn one. Let's see if who's latest on the braking. Yeah, I think Harry's got that done. Matey Boy's got a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. Got to watch out for these corners. He must have gone straight over turn 2. That normally gives you the 5-second penalty there. One on board with Dan. He's trying to catch up with Cameron Porter there. So at the moment we have Nerf Pack actually is dropped to 7th from 1st. So we're cold trim out the front. He's setting a pace at the moment. He's got to stretch this. He's 8/10ths out. He wants to get out this DRS zone before it activates, which should be when he crosses the start finish line. There you go, he's 9/10ths out, so it looks like he's making headways there. Mechanical sat nicely behind Matey Boy, but you're Scotty behind him. Cameron Porter is only a 10th behind. So Cameron Porter's there going to go for a move on Scotty. Is he going to make it into the last corner? It's a risky place to do it. And I think he makes it. There's going to be a drag race now down the first corner. Dan slips in behind to take the toe. So it's going to be 2 places in one move maybe. No, Scotty's running low downforce here by the looks of things. And Scotty fights back. He's gone down around the outside, and Dan's now making a move on Cameron Porter, who's got a bit on the back foot there, trying to make the move on Scotty. So you get Dan trying to switch back here to make a move around. He's settling behind now. We got Weatherman Harry, Nerf Pack, and JJ. So Nerf Pack's trying to go down the inside of the Lesmos. It's not the best place to try and overtake. If I'm honest, no, Nerf Pack loses up there. Yep, Nerf Pack's just dropping down the field at the moment. Oh, and he goes off, and then that sends Kieran off. No, not Kieran, sorry, Scotty off. So Rhinosaurus went off on. Whoa! Who was that just smashed into the wall? That was Kane Lowry. He came out, got a bit of a tanker slap on, and nose first into the barrier. He's got no wing at all. He's going to have to pit now, which is going to mess up his feature race. But you can't go around with no wing. That's just suicidal, to be fair. So moving back up here. So Cameron Porter right on the back of Scotty again. It's like Cameron Porter's got the pace, he just can't find a way past Scotty at the moment. Scotty's doing everything he can to make that car as wide as possible. Some good driving there from Scotty. Cameron's on the back out there. Good position really, because you won't go too wide through there. But he's still straight on the back of Scotty there. Dan's dropping back a little bit now. He's got back over a second behind. You got Mechanical catching up on Matey Boy there. Cameron Porter's got DRS. Is he going to make the move into the next turn? They go side by side. Yes, and Cameron Porter makes the move. But that's also going to give Scotty DRS down the pit straight. And you got Matey Boy dropping down the field. He span it. Oh, he's just switched it around in front of the traffic as well. Need to be a bit more careful when rejoining the track. I know he probably was ghosted, but they're still going to be very off-putting to cars that are trying to race. So go back into this, because Scotty's definitely going to get DRS down the pit straight. Mechanical with the fastest lap. Cameron Porter now with the fastest lap. So you've got Scotty now going to come back at Cameron Porter into turn 1 and 2. Matey Boy with another 5-second penalty. Speed in the pit lane this time. Cameron Porter managed to stay in front of Scotty just. This has turned out to be quite a battle between these two. They're really fighting at it. Mechanical is really on the back of Cole Trim now. He's trying to find any way past he can. Cole Trim's going to be hang on for that lead as much as possible. But he's got a fast Cameron Porter, a fast Scotty coming up behind as well. So these two will be soon approached by Cameron Porter, who's pulled a little gap on Scotty. He's 7/10 now in front. Whether or not he can keep that going. Yeah, Scotty still has DRS to come down here. So does Cameron Porter and Mechanicals. So I think down the pit straight here, Cole Trim is going to have at least 2 cars trying to get past him. Maybe the third one in Scotty. Depends how close Scotty can get coming out of the last corner. And how tidy it is. They're all going to get DRS down there. There's the activation line there. Mechanical's right up behind, but you've got Cameron Porter even closer behind Mechanical there. He's trying to make him move by the looks of things. So the back wing will open up for both of them, and you got Cole Trim. Here we go, 3 wide going down the main straight now. Who's going to be the late breaker? And it's Cameron Porter. He goes from 3rd into 1st down the pit straight. What a great move that was. That was great racing as well, no contact. They all gave each other space. But DRS is so powerful here. And with these cars as well, they follow with the slipstream. And that just helps out so much more. So you've got the added, because these here, the slipstream here is a lot more powerful than the F1 cars. So you got Scotty on the on the back of Cole Trim now. So Cole Trim is really struggling. You got Cameron Porter racing up ahead. Scotty's now going down the inside of Cole Trim. Is he going to make it? It's going to be last of the breakers, and they're going through side by side. Cole Trim skipped over, and Scotty loses the back end. He loses the back end out of the thing that will let Dan go through. The Dan's going through there. I think there's a little bit of contact there, if I'm honest, or a little bit of lag from Cole Trim. The car did jump a bit, so whether that's lag or contact, I'm not sure. So you got Mechanical on the back of Cameron Porter. Is he close enough? No, he's not. He's got the back wing open though. Yeah, that's going to stay how it is. Cole Trim's now a 2.5 behind them. Dan's right on the back with Scotty on the back of Dan. So this fight isn't over from Scotty yet, but they're now joined by Weatherman Harry and JJ, who's right up behind them. There's a bit of a gap there now into 8th with Ronan Soros. 2 seconds or 2 and a bit seconds behind is Kieran. 2 seconds behind is Scotty 1, 2, 3. And then Nerf Pack. So the back of the field is all stretched out a little bit, so there's no battle there. So the real battle is up the front. I mean, a penalty to any of these guys could wreck the race as well, so watch out for your track warnings. So you've got Dan DRS on Cole Trim now. Cole Trim's not going to have any DRS on the 2 guys in front because he's too far behind. So we could see the same happen this lap. He could lose 3 places, maybe 4 places here, because the 4 cars behind. Oh, Kane gets a 3-second warning. Going back to it, so the 4 cars behind Cole Trim now is going to have DRS. So you got Scotty there pulling out. No, when Harry pulling out just to show Scotty that hello, I'm here. So we'll see what they can do down the pit straight. Cameron Porter sets another fastest lap of the race. Dan opens up the back wing. Let's see what he can do here into turn 1. Is he going to get close enough? You got the 3 battling behind. You got Scotty, Weatherman Harry, and JJ, and he's going to come out in front here. Or they're going on turn 2 side by side, and that's Weatherman Harry gone wide there. A little bit of contact, I think, between Scotty and Weatherman Harry there, but you still got Scotty there he's now dropped second a bit from Dan, so he's not getting any DRS now. So Cold Trim is a bit safe there. These guys battling is letting Dan and Cold Trim go out a bit further. Mechanical is now 2 seconds off the lead. So Cameron Porter is really pulling out the bag here. And we have a yellow flag in sector 2, which is, I can't see who that. I've got Rhinosaurs with no right end plate, so maybe that was him. Oh, and we've got Scotty trying to go off the track to make the move there. They must have gone too wide through there. Weatherman Harry and Scotty really going at it, leaving nothing on the table here. JJ Lasso is getting a bit further, and as we see, Weatherman Harry trying to make another move into the last corner. Be a bit patient, wait for the DRS zone, take him down the DRS straight. That's probably the best bet. I think they're both they both got DRS, so it's just a drag race. See who can get in front. I mean, Weatherman Harry will have double toe, he pulls out and tucks back in behind. So they're still the same positions at the moment. Dan is still trying to get past Cold Trim. He's doing everything to get past by looks of things. He just can't get close enough. Cold Trim is defending quite well there. Mechanical is slowly putting in Cameron Porter by looks of things. Oh no, he's dropping back again. Ignore that. So you got Cold Trim is now. We've lost someone. We've lost Mechanical. No, we lost Cameron Porter. What happened to him? It looks like he's lost it coming out of the corner there. Has he got any damage? I'm trying to see. He's got no wing at all. That hands the race lead to Mechanical. Cold Trim is now bringing in Mechanical. Is now 7 tenths behind, with Dan sat behind him with 6 tenths. This is going to be a good last couple of laps here. We're going to see Mechanical with no DRS. The 2 cars behind are going to have DRS. So let's see what they can do. So here we go. We're heading down the pit straight now. You've got Nerf Pat dropping down the field as well. You've got Cold Trim wing wide open, trying to catch up with Mechanical. He's really moving, but he's not got enough space. He's not going to make a move this lap. So at the moment, you've still got Mechanical out there in front. JJ Lasso is, or JJ Trim, really starting to wind Dan in now. I say Scotty's back on the pack. So I'm trying to work this out now. You got about 1, 2, 3, probably about 3.8 seconds between the top 5, 6, maybe 4. So they're really close here. This is really good race and really close battling between the top 6 here. I want to give someone. Oh, we've got Ozzo Bozzo here. Let's do it for the fans. It looks like he's about to make a move, and he's down the inside, and he makes the move, and he makes a stick on Wickham. What a move from Ozzo Bozzo there. It's a good one for you, Ozzo fans. He's now got 6 seconds to make up to Rhinosaurus. He's not going to make that, but you will have Wickham going to come back at him. So we'll flick back down to the front, because we've got 4 cars now fighting at it, like going into the last turn, I believe. Yeah, last turn. So you've got Dan at the front of this, then you've got JJ. Oh, Ozzo's got a 3-second penalty for track limits, so we can sit on the back of JJ here, and JJ takes Dan. Is Scotty going to go on the outside? No. So Cold Trim is still in second, JJ close behind, and then Dan's now dropped from 3rd down to 4th. And this is the final lap as well, so Mechanical looks like he's got this. As long as he can keep it on track, this is his. And Cold Trim's doing a fantastic job here to hold up JJ and Dan. He's been holding them up for a couple of laps now. This is getting so close. You know, oh, Scotty's lost the end plate. He's lost part of his wing, and I think Harry's hit the back of him as well. So I think Scotty's hit the back of Dan, and then Harry's hit the back of Scotty. That's what it looks like there. Dan's now catching up. He's got DRS open. Well, I don't think it's going to matter. Any late lunges? Is JJ going to line him up down the straight? Because you still get a massive toe off the car in front down here in F2 cars. The toe is phenomenal. Scott is now dropped back behind Woodman Harry. So we got Mechanical. Cole Trimm's on the back of Mechanical. Mechanical is coming out the last corner. Cole Trim goes wide. We got a sector 3. That's JJ Lasso and Dan dropping down the thing. What's happened there? They're all four coming out together. Look at this. Look how close that is. Nose to tail across the line. What awesome race that was. Mechanical takes the first. Then you get Cole Trim. Then Harry, JJ, Scotty and Dan. Dan's lost 2 places in that last lap. Cameron Porter. Kieran's made his way back up to 8th. Then we got Scotty 123, Ronan Saurus, Wickham, King Lutman, and because of that 3-second penalty, Ozzo Bozzo's dropped right down to 13th. In the last point scoring position, then you got Nerf Pack, Kane Lowry, Matey Boy, and Curly. Wait, can we see Matey Boy making a move? No, Matey Boy's got that 5-second penalty, didn't he? Cameron Porter bottled it. I did notice you dropped back down. I don't know what you done there, but I noticed you had a move. Driver of the day, Kieran. We'll work out. I'll work out what's going on there. And I made a boo boo. Oh yeah, Curly. I think you did. I think there's a few boo boos in this. So you see Mechanical on the top spot there. Spraying the champagne, loving life. Oh, hello Colpy. Welcome to the stream. I forgot don't pit in the sprint. Yeah, never pit in the sprint unless you really have to. So I'll just get the results a second. So there we go. Just scroll down. So that's all there. Came out the corner before I did straight, and the back wheel touched the grass, and I went around. Yeah, that was gutted. I thought you had it there, Cameron. To be honest. Evening, Verstappen. How are you? And you new joiners, if you don't recognise my voice, this is CDR Elite Hound. Last minute stepping for comms. So normally I'll be in the sister car to JJ. Just fighting somewhere around the back normally, but doing what I can. So those that pitted in the sprint is going to struggle a little bit here. So we'll see how that plans out. I mean, a safety car could change it, because you could come in, put on the tyres that you used, come back in the next lap and switch them back off again. So I mean, that's an option. That way you've got fresher tyres than what you would normally have. So we're getting ready for the formation lap now. So we have Cameron Porter on pole, JJ Lato, or JJ Trim. I need to get used to his new name. I haven't noticed he changed his name, to be fair. Then you got Dan, followed by Harry, Scotty 15, Matey Boy, Mechanical. Let's see what he can do from 7th place. Kane Lowry, Cole Trim, who put up a great battle in that last race. Let's see what he can pull out in this feature. I'll be watching him. Nerf Pack, Renosaurus. Curly made a mistake. See how he can do. I know he pitted, but so did Kane Lowry, so that could for spanning the works for those two. Ozzy Bozzo in 13th. Scotty in 15th, 14th, Kieran in 15th, Luckman in 16th, and bringing up the rear is ODD Wickham. So they're just going around now, getting their tyres warmed up. Let's do more stops. So as you can see, Raidenosaurus, Curly and Wickham all starting on the mediums. Could be a good choice. It means that they'll be fast at the end. Let's see how that plans out. It depends if they manage to keep... Oh! And something's happened there. Harry and Dan's came together. So that's going to be a nightmare for those two because they're going to be starting on colder tyres than the rest. So let's see what goes on here. I'm not sure whose fault that was. I wasn't on, but one of them is going to be fuming under the helmet. So they go, they're all lining back off from the grid. So I can't skip to those two. I'm going to run on board with Dan, I think, when it lets me skip to him. Here we go. Oh, I don't want TV pod, I want broadcaster, there we go. Right, sorry, that's my mistake. So we're on board with Dan and off we go for the feature race. Dan gets a fantastic start. Weatherman Harry gets bogged down. Weatherman's dropping down to 7th place. So Cameron Porter gets a lovely start. Dan's now trying to go down the inside of JJ. They're going to make it through turn 1. There's a yellow flag already. Someone's dropping down the field. Wickham looks like they had a bit of contact. Nerf Pack is still got a wing on. Kieran's dropping down as well. Dan got a fantastic start into 2nd. So the biggest loser here I think is Weatherman Harry, who got a really terrible start there. He just seemed to bog down. So, but he's going to be making the moves to get back up. He's on the back of... He's pushing Colin around. Like, there's no space in between that. You can fit a fag packet between there, that's about it. You got Kieran making the move with Nerf Pack there. He's now going to try and go around the outside of Raidenosaurus. Or was that Raidenosaurus going around the side of Carl? No, sorry, that was the other way around. And Kieran just back end just steps out there as he came out the corner, and he loses the end plate. That's going to be a nightmare for Kieran. Right, he could pit now, go straight into the mediums. They will last. They're going to be horrible at the end, and we have a wide car there as well. Oh, we've got another end plate flying everywhere, and we've got something going on at the back. What the hell's going on there? Is that Curly? So we lost another end plate somewhere. Sorry guys, I can't work out where that's to. You got Wickham making a move on Nerf Pack, going up a place. We've got a slow moving car. I think that's Curly going slow, or is that Ozzo? There's Ozzo going slow there. He had a really bad exit. Cameron Porter's now stretched in the lead. Raidenosaurus has made a move on cold trim. It's very active this first few laps. I'm trying to keep up with it all, but it's going it's everywhere at the moment. So let's see what we can do. So we've got JJ on the back of Scotty. Here we go. So DRS isn't available yet. So this is just pure slipstream, and see how they go. You've also got Weatherman Harry right on the back of. Oh, and he touches the back of Mechanical, giving a little nudge saying, "Hello, Mechanical. I'm here behind you. I want that place." So JJ Lasso is now side by side with Scotty. Was that Scotty? No, that Scotty made a move, wasn't it? These two are really fighting for positions, dropping it in that. Cameron Porter's as fast as layout. So Scotty's really trying to get this place off JJ. And JJ's doing everything he can to keep this place. Meanwhile, they are dropping back further. So we're going into turn 1 and 2, and Scotty just slipped through there. What a good move that was. And did Harry make that then? No, Mechanical is still in front. So Harry didn't make it past Mechanical. He's trying everything he can to get past Mechanical. Mechanical is defending really well. They're getting along the side. Oh, that's not a place to go side by side really. Mechanical really lost out there. Bit of contact going into the corner. I think that's a bit of a move that I wouldn't have done, put it that way. I don't want to say too much on it. So Kane Lowry's sticking on the back here. Is he going to get any closer to Matey Boy? Got DRS open, as we can see. Kane Lowry's really getting close now. Got Cole Trim though on the... Whoa! Kane Lowry's out! What happened there? I think there's contact between Kane Lowry and someone else. Kane Lowry's now strict, and there's a virtual safety car. And I'm going to dive into the pits here to get a cheeky one. So not gonna help Kieran out because there's only a virtual safety car where it just slows the cars down to a reasonable speed and maintains all the gaps. And you've got a few people jumping the pits trying to take a quick sneaky stop. If it turns into a full safety car, this could be pretty good, pretty smart. And Mechanical getting a drive-through penalty for speed under the safety car. That's disgusting. That's not what you want to do at all. And Kieran's got a penalty there as well. Let's see what he's got. Kieran's got a 5-second penalty. He must have gone over turn 2, I believe. So we're back to racing conditions. So Scotty just made a move in Nerf Pack. It looks that way. Must have catch him sleeping, and he just slipped his way past. So Wickham's sat there in a good place. He's on his mediums in 7th place, which is quite good. He's 4 seconds adrift from Mechanical, but he's still sat. Everyone else is going to pit before him, and he's going to come out on those faster tyres when he eventually does pit. So he will be hoping for a safety car later on, because that will come right into his plans. And you got Scotty and JJ still fighting over this 3rd place. These two are really going tooth and nail here. And then you got JJ dived into the pit, Mechanical dived into the pit. Mechanical's got another 5-second speed on the pit lane. Scotty's got a 5-second for speed on the pit lane. This is going from bad to worse for these guys. It's just a Mechanical. He's got a drive through and he's got a 5-second penalty. Ozzo here on the back of King Luckman. Let's give the fan base something to watch. The yellow flag there, so I'm trying to work out what's going on here. So Rodentsaurus is dropping down the field. Him and Kieran are going at it, but I think Rodentsaurus has got a bit of damage there. You got Wickham here up into 5th place at the moment. He's doing well there. Everyone else is stopping. So you've got JJ Lasso, Cole Trim, Scotty, Matey Boy, they've all pitted already. Nerf Pack, Rodentsaurus all pitted. Wickham's made a move. No, Dan's in the pits, that's why Wickham's gone up. So Wickham's really getting himself into some good positions here on those medium tyres. Ozzo Bozzo, he's got a 5-second speeding in the pit lane penalty. There's quite a few of these. It's a very, very short pit lane entrance. So you come out the corner, you put it into the pit lane, and you got to get the brakes so quick. And these cars don't slow down as quick as the F1 cars, which is why we're seeing a lot of pit lane speed penalties, because the line just pops up out of nowhere. So you got Dan that's popped out in front of JJ Lasso, so he's still looking good to keep his place in second here. So we'll see what happens and what OD Wickham can do. So you got Scotty chasing down Weatherman Harry. He's gonna get into the DRS activation zone and he should have DRS. He's a long way back, but one of them might put it into the pits anyway. Cameron Porter comes into the pits at the lead. Weatherman Harry comes into the pits. Scotty comes into the pits. So Wickham is going to come through, and will he take the lead of this race? We will find out. And there he goes. And Wickham on his medium tyres has gone to the lead of the race. 5-second penalty for King Luckman speeding in the pit lane. Curtis came through into second place on his mediums. Kieran, a 3-second penalty for cutting the corner. Mechanical penalties karma. He's not having a good job with his penalties, is he? So we've got JJ there with the fastest lap. JJ's now taking Weatherman Harry. Or is that Weatherman Harry trying to take JJ? Sorry, I missed that. I was reading the comments. So you got Scotty on the back of Matey Boy here. That's not. Yeah, that's not 4. They stay in the same place. And you got Dan here making some headway. Karen Porter is 3 seconds in front of Dan, and so they win the top 2 pits who haven't pitted yet. They will take first and second back as it stands. Harry is right on the back of JJ like he has been most of the race. He's going to have DRS here, opens it wide, starts to pull in. He's not going to have enough time to do this. He's going to run out of road. He's just got to set it up, get a good exit, follow him down the back straight, and just get more of a toe, and that should put him in. Yeah, he's within 5 seconds, 4 tenths. Yeah, 4 tenths of JJ now, so he's going to come out at the back, hopefully get a good exit, open that back wing, and he should. Oh, JJ takes fastest lap, but Harry should be able to get up behind him, out to the left. Is he going to make it? No, he just runs out of road. Again, JJ's defending, keeping him behind, but they're still dropping behind Dan at the moment. We just see Matey Boy jump in there with the fastest lap. There he is. He's going down. I believe he's pitted as well. Yeah. So everyone's pitted. The whole field's pitted apart from the top 2. So you got Wickham up 16 places here, but we know that Curly made that pit stop in the sprint race, so that should he's going to be going on tyres that he doesn't want to go on, so he'll be stretching this stint as far as he can. That's his best bet. That way, put on the oh, we've got yellow flag here. Who is that? Where is that? And there it is. Is that Harry? Harry must have came together with Trim. He's done something. He's got no front wing. What a bad race now that is. He's just pitted as well. Curly just came into the pits. So Weatherman Harry was fighting for 4th place. He's lost his front wing. What's the penalties looking like? 2 seconds. So you got Scotty there with 5 seconds, and then you have Ronan Soares with 3, Luckman with 5, Kieran with 11, and Ozabozza with 5. So Wickham's going to be stretching this as far as possible, knowing he knows he's came into the pits on the sprint race, which means he knows he's going to be on bad tyres. Dan there, sat there in third place, but Cole Trim is pulling Dan in. Is Dan going to be able to keep... Sorry, not Cole Trim, JJ. So, is Dan going to be able to keep JJ's car behind him? JJ's now got into DRS activation zone, so he's going to get DRS down the straight. Let's see what Dan can do to defend here. This is closest battle so far on the track. Rhodosaurus gets another 3-second penalty. Wickham makes his pit stop now. So that confused me. Wickham came in the pits, which is why they jumped places. I thought JJ got past Dan then, but it wasn't. It's Wickham in the pits. So Cameron Porter's back into first, and Ozzo's out. What's happened to Ozzo? And that's a safety car. Ozzo's car there, stricken in the track. So this is going to neutral everyone. Who's going to come in? King Upness came into the pits. So we have a safety car out. So this is going to make things even more interesting. So Cameron Porter's lead of 6 seconds is going to go. I believe that was up to 9 seconds or 10 seconds. Oh, Ozzo. So we have, as it stands at the moment, you've got Cameron Porter, followed by Dan, JJ Trim, Scotty. Cole Trim is back up into 5th place. He's going to be looking for a good run here. Then you have Matey Boy, Scotty, and I have to say, Wickham is the safety car came out 1 lap too late for him. Would have been perfect if he pitted this lap. He would have had first place with fresh tyres. A scurry got me. Yeah, we did see that, Ozzo. We did see where your car was. So Scotty's came into the pits, so that promotes Wickham. So Wickham sat behind everyone on those fresh softs now. Ronan, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Yeah, Wickham isn't a good place here with those softs yet. I agree. Let's see what he can do with them. But it only shows us that he's done no laps in here. He would have used these in the sprint. So it depends how worn they are from the sprint. If that makes sense. If it doesn't, while the safety car's out. So what happens is if you pit in the sprint, you'll put on your soft tyres from the feature. You then run those until it gets... Oh, Rhodosaurus has he crashed out? Sorry. No, I think Rhodosaurus is retired in the pits. So back to Wickham. So if you pit in the sprint race, you put on your softs for your feature. The laps you do on them, when you go take them to the feature, when you pit, it will still show us as 0 laps, but on his it will be how many laps worn they are. So we don't actually know how worn they are. I suppose time can tell, but we was waiting for everyone to bunch up. Also in F2, I don't know if anyone's noticed before, but the trailing cars, so at the back we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. The safety car doesn't have to let them catch the back of the pack before it's releasing. So Kieran at the back here. The safety car might come in before Kieran catches the back. I've noticed that a few times in F2. So I'm going to move it up because I want to get... I'll move it on to Dan because we want to see what happens with the safety car. The lights are still going on that safety car, so it's not coming in this... Oh, well, it could come in this lap, sorry. Ronan retired in the pits. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think he retired in the pits as well. So everyone's going to be wanting the safety car to come in with 3 laps left of the race. So the lights out? Nope. The lights are still on, and we have a stopped Kieran by those things. Safety car looks like it's going to stay out for another lap. So it's only going to leave 3 laps of racing. Did Kieran... Yeah, Kieran's got no wing. So Kieran's lost it somewhere trying to catch up with the safety car, and he has no left end plate. Classic Kieran. So the safety car's going to stay out another lap here, so we'll be on lap 13. So it looks like we're going to have 2 laps of racing. Let's see how this goes. I'm still with the laughing faces. I'm assuming that's the Kieran comment. So we're just waiting to see when this when the safety car's going to come in, because the game won't let it finish under the safety car, will it? Surely. I've never seen that happen. So all the time the safety car is out, it's affecting Wickham's progress, and he's done such a solid job there to run those mediums long to be on the softs now, but the safety car is really going to be messing them up. So took his wing off in a collision with himself. Driving God. Do we see the lights go? Yes, here we go. So the safety car is coming in this lap, so it's down to Kevin Porter now to start backing up this grid. Now we saw this in the F1 with the lead car not backing up enough from the safety car, but it looks like Kevin Porter's doing a good job here. So what we're going to do, we're going to flick on board with JJ, I would say, because this is where all the attacks are going to happen from the back 3 or 4 cars. And I think Kevin Porter's gone. Yes, Kevin Porter's gone. Has he gone too early though? He might have gone slightly too early, we'll find out now. Nope, he just timed that perfectly. So, and Dan and Kevin Porter have dropped 3rd, 4th and 5th place. As you see, Scotty there, Cole Trim, and they stay in the same place. I thought Cole Trim was going to make it past. Wickham still sat there in 7th. He didn't manage to make up any space, any places on the start, but he is sat right there. So he's ready to take anything that happens, any collision. Wickham's there ready to pounce. We're going to back up to this battle here, because this is going to be the closest battle I think on track, or maybe not the closest, maybe more the most exciting. So we've got 3 cars here, like, so we've got Cole Trim, Matey Boy and Scotty all in line, ready to get this going. Wickham is dropping back, so I think there's... Oh, I see Matey Boy hit the back of Cold Trim. Wickham's dropping a little bit back, I think. Or he's now gaining back. But we've got Matey Boy within a tenth of Cold Trim here. Cold Trim, they're not going to have DS. Oh, he's making a move into the last corner. Has he made it? Yes, Matey Boy has made that stick. What a move that was. That was a last minute decision, and he goes to it, and Cold Trim comes into the pits. Wait, Matey Boy. Matey Boy didn't use his... Matey Boy's got disqualified. He made that move and then he got disqualified because he didn't switch tyres. He used the same tyre twice. No, I know exactly what that is. He pitted before lap 4, so any confusion here. You've got to take your mandatory pit stop after lap 4. So he's done 10 laps on those tyres. This would be an 11th. So he would have made that pit stop lap 3, end of lap 3, going on to lap 4, which is why he's got disqualified there. So we're going back to JJ. He's catching up with Dan. Now he's got the foot from behind gone. Wickham has made it up there into 5th. So he's loving it at the moment as well. Cold Trim has dropped right to the back. He's got his fresh softs on, but it's a bit too late. He should have maybe put it in the safety car to do that. He would have had a better chance there. But you got JJ now trying to make a move on Dan going into the last turn, and JJ makes it. No, he goes wide, so Dan comes back at him. But JJ's going to have a toe down, and DRS is enabled as they cross the finish line. Well, how close was that? Nose to tail, still going down the pit straight. Some awesome racing there from those two. So there we go, there we have it. So we have Cameron Porter, your winner. Dan in 2nd place. 3rd place is JJ. And we have Scotty in 4th. Wickham in 5th. Great job from him. Nerf Pack, Webman and Harry. Colin, Scotty, King Luckman, Curly. I think the other one was Kieran. I do apologise if comms weren't up to scratch. ODD Wickham, yep, I agree with that this time. I think that's right. He deserves to drive the day. He knew he started on a different strategy. If the safety car came out a lap earlier, he would have made that, and he would have been in 1st place on those softs if the safety car came out the lap later, or if he late lap before, or if he pitted a lap later. Sorry. So some good results there. We'll just go into this bit here. So there we go, there's the final results. So Wickham there started 17th from the grid, end up in 5th. So I mean, yeah, that's a sprint race. So there we have it. I apologise if it wasn't up to scratch, but it's the best I can do on that short notice. Thank you very much for joining. Have a good evening. This is the Hound signing out.